Welcome back, Jeff Aronson here to the program, the president of Titan FC. We're a little bit sick back in January, right? About a month ago, you were a little ill.
Yeah. No, it was God. It's been so long ago. December, right before Christmas.
Okay, all right. So about almost 2 months ago now.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're doing well. You look good. So your health is okay.
I'm good, man. I'm back in the gym 5 days a week. I'm lifting again. I'm doing my cardio again, and feeling much better.
Well, let's talk about it. When are you gonna close Titan?
I don't know. I'm not even gonna sure we're gonna make it till Friday.
How? Let's be honest. A lot of people that I respect in the media, in the MMA media, I won't say they started it and said it first, but they definitely copied and quoted somebody else saying it, and it was all complete bullshit. Like all of it. It was all made up, and I don't understand. Like, one, how can you have journalistic integrity and be like, I'm not a journalist. Like, I'm not at all. I'm just some random guy that interviews people, so I can lie my ass off and no one can come after me. But if you're a journalist and like you put yourself out there as a journalist, this is what you do, and I have integrity, and you make shit up. Like, how is that?
Like they absolutely 100% made stories up. It wasn't like there were stories like I didn't have surgery, I didn't have complications. Motherfucker, you guys want to see the hospital records? I was in financial despair. I was selling homes. You know what? You should have done some research and seen, yeah, I had a house for sale. I do. But it's for sale since 2011 when I got divorced. The same house has been on the market for 5 years. Did anybody mention that? No. If I was in financial despair, would I be doing a bigger show 2 months later, as soon as I was able to get up and get around and compensate fighters? When you tell me what promotion besides UFC would have gone out and actually paid the fighters for never stepping on the scale?
You know what? That is an interesting thing, because the UFC does pay fighters that I showed up to fight and my opponent got hurt, my opponent pulled out, my opponent did whatever, and I'm here already, and the UFC does compensate. Like, hey, you showed up, you're ready to go. Your opponent mess this up. Here's your show money. They might not give you a win bonus, but they'll give you your show money. They'll make you whole at least for that training camp.
But what if you don't even show? You don't get on a plane. It's 10 days out. Someone goes down. The event is canceled. You tell me anybody that's ever paid somebody for something like that ever.
Within the UFC, when that one ran, I don't remember the number.
Right. The John Jones
got canceled. Like they covered everybody on that one because it was out of their control. Yep. I don't know any other promotion. I got it when I first started fighting. There's promotions that didn't pay me for months, and I went and fought. Like I don't.
Right.
So
they gave you a post-dated check.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, those are the best. Post-dated check. Don't cash this. Okay, good. I'm flying back to LA.
Right.
How am I going to get you for this check bouncing in a month from now?
Dude, it was so absurd, the things that were coming out. And I'm sitting there like, I was cutting checks to fighters, like literally from my bed, cutting checks to fighters, and I see reporters go, well, we'll see if that check doesn't bounce. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm paying these people.
I think part of the problem is that the media has accepted the fact that our sport now is really entertainment.
Yeah.
It's really all about entertainment. Like the most entertaining fighters get the biggest paychecks.
Sure.
And they're realizing that if you are the most entertaining, reporter, most, entertaining interviewer, you get the bigger paycheck. So they're doing it as well, and they're trying to be sensationalized. And
sure.
I mean, one of the biggest names right now on the internet that gets followed around is Front Row Brian, and everybody you look at hates him. Like, well, then why are you still following him? Why are you still paying attention if you hate him? I love the guy. I talk to him all the time. I talk to Brian all the time because he's a wealth of information, like legit, straight information that you got like, oh, wow, I didn't even think of that. Like, that's pretty good. But everybody freaking hates this guy.
Right.
And I know a lot of people are like, I'm going to Carolina or wherever he is to go beat him up. Like, I'm flying in to go beat him up. Like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm like, all right. Well, I guess you hit a nerve,
With me, it wasn't like that. With me, it was more disappointment than anything. Because I've been in this business for how many years, man? Starting Alchemist and going through the year. It's been 10 years at least that I've been in this game. I don't think you'd find anybody that would say I fucked them over, that I did anything. I've done nothing but help countless kids get into the UFC, guide the careers of so many athletes, put everybody ahead of myself in terms of what I was doing, because to me it was never a financial reason to do it. It was a labor of love. So I always did those things ahead of financial reasons. And then when I have a hiccup where I'm sick, I'm legitimately sick, you don't take my back. Wow. Wow. It was, and it taught me a lesson, and it really, it was good, because there are people I will not give an interview to. There are, people that I just have nothing to say. I have nothing to say. I'm, okay, cool, nice. I remember,
Well, I'm glad that you're healthy. I'm glad everything's back to normal, and I wish you get rid of that house that you've been trying to sell from 2011.
Thanks. Me too.
What's the problem with it? Why is it? It's obviously it's.
If I get rid of the house, I get rid of her too.
Right? Wouldn't that be awesome?
And I recently just got married. So,
oh, you did? So you're still dealing with the ex, and you're married too.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
It's lovely.
Better you than me. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Thanks, bud.
I've been there twice already. I get it. I'm like, I got one, and still trying to deal with this one. What am I going to do with it? All right. So let's talk about Titan coming up here in a week, right? Right.
Yeah. In a week. Next Friday.
I know you have had to put together the whole card. I understand that. So you're excited about every single fight. I know that. And no, you're not saying that you're not excited about any other fight. I'm just asking you, what's the one fight that you're most excited for?
I think, well, there's a couple. I think that the Andre Harrison Steven Seiler fight is a very exciting fight for a lot of reasons. I think that fight 100% has UFC implications written all over it. If Harrison destroys Seiler, or if Seiler can finish Harrison, I think either one of them gets a shot to go into UFC. I think Seiler's on a 5-fight win streak, finished everybody. Harrison's just dominated everyone. And I don't know if you've met Harrison or you've seen him yet in person. He is the physically strongest 145er I've ever seen in my life. This kid is so strong, and he's putting together his wrestling and his hands under Keith Tremble at Belmore Kickboxing. And every fight I see more evolution out of this kid. And if he can get past a gritty vet like Seiler, there's no reason in the world why he can't contend at 145 in UFC. Really. Yeah.
So, from a pride standpoint, how great is it you keep seeing these guys in Titan win? I mean, whether win, lose, or draw, it's like this guy. Wow, this guy's on the card. Like I hope this kid. He's on the card. Like
it's constant. I mean, when they're looking for somebody, a go-to guy, they're ringing my bell. And I'm so happy to do it. I'm so happy to let the kids do it.
I haven't asked anybody else, any of the other promoters, about this, but it seems to be you, RFA, and Legacy seem to kind of be the three that they're grabbing from on a regular basis. There's others as well, but those are the three bigs they grab from regularly.
Yeah.
Is there a little bit of competition between you and the other guys too, going, okay, I got to get more guys in. I got to get better guys in. I got to get...
You know what? I like Mick a lot. I think he runs a great promotion. I like Ed a lot. I think he runs a great promotion. But I think Titan is different than RFA and Legacy. And I say that one, RFA and Legacy are on the same network, same broadcasters, same lighting people, same, to me, they look like very similar shows. I know that they're separate shows, but to me, they look like very, very similar shows. And it's a good show. But I think Titan is a different level of production. Like we brought in Eric Talent from UFC, who's a UFC producer. We bring in the top trucks, the top production people. I think we put on a little bit different show, but at the end of the day, there's room for all of us. And originally, when I started Titan, way before I did the deal with UFC, I put the Zuffa out clause for every fighter. If UFC came calling, I would release them. I think the most famous one was probably Ben Sanders. When 12 days before a main event, I not only did I allow him to go to UFC, but Audi and I from Paradigm got on the phone and with Joe Silva, and I lobbied to get him in. So, yeah, I mean, I truly want to see the best for these guys, and I want to provide a platform for the best young talent, the best vets, whatever I can find. I want to give them the opportunity and the biggest platform and stage to perform on. And let's face it, man, you and I have spoke about this before. You go to any MMA gym in the country, even the youngest kids in there, you ask them what they're striving for. UFC champion, want to fight in the UFC. My goal is to be that launching board, that springboard that can facilitate them fulfilling their dream. And I think that's why Titan has been so successful, like, by giving the bonuses for guys finishing fights. I think we provide something that other people don't provide. And it really makes me happy to see these guys get a launch pad and go. And I think that's what enables us to sign the level of fighter that we do. I think it's a really cool philosophy that we have, and I think it works.
It's been working well. It seems to be. Titan's financially viable, obviously, like you said earlier, but you have a very small crew of people that work for you. You don't have 100 staff. How many actually work for you full or full part-time, if that makes sense?
Yeah, there's probably 4, 5 total. 2 full-time and myself.
So you have 3 full-time, including yourself, and then a couple other part-timers that are always there when you need them or whatever. And then
exactly.
How many more people do you have to hire fight week? So coming up on say Monday morning, how many more people have to show up?
Yeah, I mean between production and back of the house and all of that, there's probably 60 people working. Yeah.
Jeff, man, I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back in the gym too. That was one of the most important things, get you back out there again, working out. For
sure, man. And I appreciate the support always, Frank. I really do.
Titans going off on Friday night. I'm excited again. I mean, it's for me. It's been a run. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a run of for the last 2 months. I've been glued to my TV. If I can't watch it live, I got it on DVR. If I'm not there live, I'm watching. And every single fight, it seems like every single card is trying to rise themselves up. It's every organization. So for me right now, it's a hot time of MMA because everybody's trying to be better.
And I have some major announcements that I'm going to make next week on the show about the future of Titan that I think are going to be really cool for the whole MMA landscape and MMA in general. So I'm really excited.
You can't say that and not give me a hint. Don't be a douche. Like, come on. There's only like 6 people that listen to this podcast. You're fine. Like, no one's really going to care. Give me a hint. Give me something.
Frank Trigg is joining the welterweight division of Titan.
Yeah.
Can you make
no.
170?
Honestly, I can't pass the drug test. Can't fight. Everybody asks me, hey, do you want to fight? Nope, can't pass the drug test. I am on. When I retired, I went to TRT. I have been on TRT. I'm a TRT spokesperson for testosterone replacement therapy for everybody when they retire from sports. 100%, every ex-athlete should be on it because we have put our bodies through the ringer. It is amazing. So anybody wants me to fight? Nope, I can't pass the drug test.
Well, that was the news. I tried to sign Frank Trigg and he wouldn't sign.
Nice. Well played. All right, Jeff. Thanks so much,
buddy.
Man. I appreciate it. Take care. Have a great rest of the week, man. And we'll be seeing you Friday on TV.
Thanks, Frank.